Hey, how you doing? Austin here, and in this video I'm going to be bringing you 3 momentum trending stocks that are growth stocks that are trading at their all-time 52-week highs. They have upward momentum, trend lines look really good, and they're just continuing to go up and up and up, and we're going to look at 3 of them from completely different industries today. These are hot growth stocks excuse me, that you can invest in right now and invest in for the long term, and just they look really good. So I'm going to bring you 3 of those today in this video. So if that's something is of interest to you, please stick around. As always, please remember this video is for entertainment purposes only, and drop a like and subscribe if you would be so inclined. I bring you videos every single day. My goal is real simple, is to help you make more money in the stock market by bringing you update videos on your favorite stocks, as well as penny stock ideas, as well as growth stock ideas. And usually with my growth stock ideas, I like to bring you growth stocks that are momentum oriented and trending, meaning they're trending in the upward direction, so that you can just catch the momentum and the trend and ride it up. And that's what I bring to you. As always, when I get on video, my face starts to itch. It's crazy, so you get that too. All right, so let's do this. Let's go look at these momentum and trending stocks and see what I got for you today. So before I get started on this, I want to tell you real quickly, in case you don't know me, you've never really seen my videos before, I'm a 30+ year investor, and my goal is real simple, is to bring you these videos to help you make more money, to build a community here on YouTube, because I want a community where we're all supporting each other, just to help you guys and help us all actually make more money in the stock market. That is my goal. Very straightforward. Okay, so with all that, let's get started. As when I do these growth momentum stock recommendation videos, I like to start off and look at what is going on in the overall market. And one of the first indicators I look at is the S&P ETF, the S&P 500 Spider, because this gives us a really good idea of the overall market, especially as it relates to the S&P 500. And what you see on the stock here is that the green line is the 50-day moving average, and the blue line is the 200-day moving average. And so what this is showing us very simply is that the market is in an uptrend. The S&P 500 is hitting its 52-week highs, and it really hasn't bounced as of recently. March 25th, it bounced below that 50-day moving average, but that was the bottom of a correction that we had in the overall market. And then right here is the other correction that we had, where the NASDAQ itself lost about 1,000 points. So those are 2 kind of the market scenarios you see. And as you can see, the S&P 500, of course, reacted appropriately, but we are, as of right now, again, hitting our 52-week highs right here at 414.16 as of today. So the other indicator I like to look at is the NASDAQ, basically the main NASDAQ ETF, the Triple Q. So it's the NASDAQ, Triple Q, Invesco. This gives us an indicator of kind of the direction of the NASDAQ and what is going on with the NASDAQ heavy, this NASDAQ heavy ETF. And you can see not as quite as a pretty chart, so to speak, right, where we've got very straightforward trend line here. NASDAQ has definitely moved around a little bit more, but again, this is your 1,000-point correction scenario in the NASDAQ, and this is the last kind of market correction that we had here. So we've been trading below the 50-day moving average, but it is broken out and moving above. Again, this gives us an idea as to where the overall market is trending towards, and you can see that we're in a positive momentum scenario because both relative markets, so to speak, are trading above the 50-day moving average, which is what we really care about, because that gives us an indicator of momentum, things like that. So just take that for what it's worth. Okay, so the first company I want to show you is CSX Corp. Right here, CSX Corp. Ticker is CSX. As with always, I'm going to show you these particular stocks, make you aware of them. That is my goal. If these are of interest to you, if you like what you see, go. Feel free to go do a little bit more, tech or fundamental analysis, whatever you deem relevant. But I like these type of stocks. I have quite a few stocks that are oriented towards momentum growth stocks. The reason I like trending momentum growth stocks, I have 3 catchphrases there, right, is because they are trending in an upward fashion. They have momentum because they have upward momentum, if you will, because the trend line is moving up, and growth because they are just simply they're simply growing, and they're just growing very well, and really great future prospects. Okay, so the first one you can see is CSX. So you can see that, again, blue line being 200-day, green line being 50-day. You can see that the stock has really reacted to the two market corrections that we've had. That's the big one that was about a 5 or 6 week scenario there, and this one is the last one. So this one is the last market correction we had there. So you can see from those two market corrections, the stock has rebounded really nicely. So we ended it right there on 319, price of 93. The stock has gone up dramatically, nicely, to currently trading at 98.75. Okay, again, trading above its 50-day, and you can see that the trend line is definitely absolutely moving up in a overall nice upward trend fashion. So we are peaking at our 52-week highs. I love to invest in companies that are trading at all-time highs and that they have these trend lines. The way that I invest in these, by the way, is that let's say that I invested here when it was 93.79, just for discussion's sake. What I will immediately do is I will buy the stock, and then I will put on maybe a 15 to 20% trailing stop loss order. The reason is I want to minimize any downside risk. Okay, so that's how I invest in these stocks, so that as long as the stock continues to go up, I'm good, and then I'm minimizing that downside risk. The other scenario, I will sell if the stock does dip back below the 50-day moving average. I will sell then, and then secondly, I will set a threshold for when I want to sell. Let's say I want to get 150% or 200% return on this. I will then set triggers to know that when it reaches that, I will sell. It may take 6 months, a year, or whatever it may be for this particular stock to return those returns, right? Okay, so just FYI, that's how I invest in these particular stocks. So that's the first stock is CSX. The second stock I have for you is Fortis Interactive. Ticker symbol is FTS. Currently trading at $44. You can see here again, the blue line is your 200-day moving average. The green line is your 50-day moving average, and you can see that we moved below. Yep. So actually, this was a little bit different time frame. So in March 25th, we hit a low of 38.40. What is that? No, excuse me, apologize. 38.51. There you go. So we hit that low, really long candlestick down. Must have been some negative news or something happened in that scenario. But you can see the stock rebounded immediately and started moving back up. And you can also see that this stock did not really react at all to any of those kind of market correction events that we talked about, with CSX, right? So this stock seems to be somewhat immune, if you will, to the overall kind of market scenarios of what's going on. But look at the upward trend line, just really moving up nicely. Currently trading at $44.08. Again, $4 or $5 above. $3, excuse me, above its 50-day moving average. Trending up really nice. Again, a scenario here, depending upon where you do get in, just set yourself a trailing stop loss, 15% or something like that, and then just kind of ride it out as you see. Sell it if it dips below the 50-day moving average. Otherwise, just continue to ride the stock as it moves up, because look at the nice upward movement trend. Okay, the third stock I have for you is Jabal Circuit. Jabal. I've always called it Jabal. It's been around for quite some time. I've actually invested in this stock myself quite a few times, off and on over the years. I really am a fan of Jabal. So again, kind of blue line being your 200-day, green line being your 50-day. Really nice upward movement. Not extremely volatile. We've got one kind of dip right here. It looks like we're moving in kind of a diagonal pattern right now. So it might be a little bit, I would watch it a little bit before maybe you decide to get into it to see if it kind of breaks out and breaks above. But right now, this is its 52-week high, trading at approximately 54.23. So it's at its all-time 52-week high as of right now. But you can see the overall trend line. Look, the overall trend line is just consistently pretty much up and up and up. Let's see, back around January, it dipped down to the 50, and back around February. Yeah, this was right here. This was the market correction dip. And yep, this was the other market correction dip. So these two dips right here are market corrections and the stock reacting accordingly. But overall, look at the nice trend line, just consistently moving up from, let's start back here when we started at about the 31 range and just kind of started consistent upward movement. And you take these little bit of the, you're going to have the pullbacks because of the market correction scenarios. We know those are going to happen. The stock seems to really, hold up nicely to those scenarios. I'd watch it a little bit because you got a little bit of a diagonal pattern right here. Kind of this, we're just kind of diagonally and see either A, buy in at these levels because we might be starting to trend upward. It looks like we are. But again, if you're going to do that, maybe give yourself a trailing stop loss order to minimize downside risk and just continue to ride it up. I mean, you're looking at pretty nice gains from the lows. Back around November 2020 to a really nice little run of over, what are we at, $31 up to $54. Very nice return scenario there, and so that's JBL, ticker symbol JBL. So give it a shot, check that out. So let's wrap up with a few final thoughts. So overall, I hope you enjoyed this video, and my goal is real simple: is to bring these stocks that are doing a couple of things. Right, number one, they're hitting their all-time 52-week highs. By hitting their all-time 52-week highs, what you have is you have a stock that is absolutely at the pinnacle of its momentum trending line. And in that scenario, it is trending upward very nicely. It has a tremendous amount of momentum in it. Apologize, nose is itching, and also some side benefits. You've got really positive morale at the company itself. People are working hard. People are they're probably they're recruiting, potentially leveraging the stock price, the momentum that's going on. So you've got a very positive work environment that contributes to delivering better products, services, things of that nature, as well as, again, trend lines. And the thing I love about momentum and trending investing is that you just ride the trend and you ride the momentum, and you minimize your downside risk by having trailing stop loss orders. You have very clear selling signals. Either A, you sell at a preset sell price. So let's say you want to generate 150% returns, 100% returns, whatever your number is. The day you get into that stock, apologize, now my eyes itching crazy. Okay, this is just allergies, guys. The day you get into that stock, you set your exit price. That's what I love about momentum and trending trading, or stock trading. And secondly, if the stock dips below its 50-day moving average, you sell. And if it goes back up above it, then you buy back in. But you're minimizing that downside risk in that scenario. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in other videos down the road. Take care. Bye.